healing is a process. Things just don't happen from day to night. Things just don't overnight you become this enlightened person. It takes hard work. It takes hard work to be a parent, because not only do you have to do the 24/7, some people have to do the child and go to work, then come home, do the child again, put the child to sleep, then do some more work at home, and then there's no time to sit down and say, well, what do I need to work on today, right? I'm a stay-at-home mom, but my whole day is my daughter. I mean, right now she's in a state which is all about mommy, and so I can't even go to the bathroom by myself, and I'm okay with it. But I also make sure that if I didn't get a minute during the day, then maybe at night before I'm going to sleep, I take 5 minutes just to reflect, and I'll say, okay, well, today, this is what I did, or I don't feel good about this, so why don't I feel good about this? I was triggered today by maybe what my daughter did or somebody did at the store, or what a family member, friend, husband, whatever it was, did. And I try to understand why it happened. And once I get that, and a lot of people get stuck there, it's like, okay, well, I realized it. Good, I fixed it. And there are more steps to it, then you have to identify it. Is there something I need to forgive? Is there someone I need to forgive, right? Is there a feeling or an emotion that I'm not okay with? That, like, I struggle a lot with communication, and I had to find out why I struggle with communication. Why was that I couldn't express myself correctly? I had to heal intimacy. Why did I have such a excuse me, a big problem with intimacy? Where did it go back to? Did it just go back to in this lifetime, but does it also come from my genetic? Did my mother have that? Did my father have it? What else does it go through? And there's so much, and there's a vast of things that it can cover, but we have to be willing to go the extra step. And I can tell you that I used to do this a lot, where I'd be like, oh yeah, I figured it out, good, now I can move forward. But just because you figure out that you can drink the water, it doesn't mean that you're actually drinking the water per se. And to heal is to really, really know that you can think about that issue, that feeling, that emotion, that event, whatever triggered you, and that you feel now okay about it. My daughter can scream and yell, and she can, go wild off the walls screaming, and I'm okay. I can be in a good place for her, where I can then guide her to be in a better place. Whereas before, 10 years ago, when I had my stepdaughter, if she would scream, it would trigger me. It would trigger me like you wouldn't believe. And I had things that I had to heal. I had things that I had adopted from my parents because of when I yelled and when I screamed. And so they were traumatic events that follow that. And that's all things that we have to go through. How do you heal then those things once you find out where they came from? And you can do meditations. There are many things on YouTube now that you can find someone who can facilitate a healing, someone that can help you work through those and move that energy. There's also things such as coaches, life coaches, and people that can guide you so that you can get to your own conclusion and then heal from there. But let's not forget that there is back work, and there is things that we must do once we figure out what the best way it is to guide our children. It's not just about saying, yeah, well, when my children yells, I don't yell back. It's not so simple, and it sounds simple in a book. It sounds simple on a video you watch online, but it just doesn't mean that when it happens, then you can automatically do it. There are reasons why it bothers you, and once you find out the reasons, there needs to be healing. That scab needs to be lifted. It needs to be healed so that now it can close itself correctly, and then now it no longer triggers you. Now you no longer feel that it affects you, because if another person behaves or reacts a certain way, that's their story. Whether it's your child, your mom, your dad, your husband, your boyfriend, your significant other, that's their story, and you can support them and you can be there for them, but that's their story. It should not affect you, because you are you and they are they. They are themselves. And it doesn't mean that you don't love them. It doesn't mean that you're not there for them. You can support them. You can send them love. Shouldn't trigger you. So I hope this helped. If you have any questions, please comment below. And I do offer theta healings. You can go visit my website, www.mygrowingroots.com, or you can also just search, Google's a good friend, or whatever search engine you use for ways that you can help yourself to heal and to do the back work that I am telling you. I know it's not easy, but once you get through to it, the feelings and the way that you feel after is just beyond rewarding. I hope this helped. Have a good day.